everyone, and welcome to your final RE lesson. This week we have been learning all about different religious rituals. Can you remember the names of the rituals we have been learning about? Salat is a Muslim prayer ritual. Puja is a Hindu worship ritual. Holy Communion is a Christian worship ritual. What can you remember about the religious rituals we have learnt about? Is there anything similar about the three rituals? Pause the video while you think. Religious rituals can be different between religions, but they often have these three things in common: prayer, worship, repetition. Many religious rituals include prayer. They might include prayers to be said out loud or prayers that people say in their heads. Prayer is a way for religious believers to communicate with their God. Many religious rituals include worship. They might even be an act of worship. To worship means to act in a way that shows great respect and love for someone. People who follow a religion worship God. Many religious rituals include repetition, which means doing something more than once. This might mean more specific actions are repeated, or it might mean that the ritual itself is repeated. For today's activity, you are going to sort the pictures and information to compare the religious rituals. First, you need to sort the facts based on which religion they are describing. Then you need to decide if the fact is telling us about prayer, worship, or repetition. Let's sort the facts for Salat together. Which fact tells us about prayer during Salat? This fact gives us information about prayer during Salat. This is a Muslim prayer ritual. Prayer is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Which fact tells us about worship during Salat? This fact tells us where Muslims worship. Muslims perform Salat at a mosque, their special place of worship. That means that the last fact tells us about repetition during Salat. Let's read it to make sure. In this ritual, some body positions and movements are repeated. You can now stick the rest of your pictures on your sheet.